That's a lovely looking cicada, isn't it? Hey, no, 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 it's not to be eaten. Teddy, what have you brought in this time? It's normally skinks and lizards and things. What have you got? He likes to bring things into me because, well, he's showing me how clever he is. Oh my goodness me. It looks like, without Teddy stepping on it, looks like a cicada. Oh, the poor thing. Come on. It's obviously cicada season's just started. This will be some of the first cicadas that he's seen. It's a female cicada. Please bring it back, Teddy. Teddy, come on. Come on. I know it's fun, but we've got to put cicadas back where they belong. It's a cicada rescue from the cat called Teddy. That's a lovely looking cicada, isn't it? Hey, no, 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 no. No, Teddy. No, no, not, no. Why do you want to eat a cicada? No, we'll take it outside and we'll rescue the cicada. Although it does look like it's missing a lot of its limbs. It may have been under bird attack before Teddy has grabbed it. Sorry for the tail flash there. No, Teddy, no. This might just become bird food. I don't think it can survive in that sort of situation. It's not looking very good for that cicada. This cicada has, I would say, been in a bird attack. It's missing part of its wing here. It's very weak. I would say this cicada will not be living for very much longer. And as I pointed out before, it's missing so many of its legs, and it needs its legs to be able to climb up onto a tree and do the things that cicadas do. That is, they'll tap into the tree with that straw in the middle there to suck the sap of the tree. Without legs and all, there's very little you can do. It's actually sad, but this is the way nature, the way nature works in a sense. The bird missed out a feed. That is on the assumption it was bird attack, which I do believe which has happened here. I don't think Teddy has found this cicada or been able to find it because they normally live up on trees. It's probably escaped from a bird. It's been dropped into the backyard or whatnot, and Teddy has found this cicada. Beautiful colorings in this one, and brought it into me as a grand prize. Apart from the normal thing he will bring in is skinks and lizards, and there has been a completely endless supply of skinks, lizards, and there's been one other cicada, but it was half eaten by a bird. But it's mainly skinks that the kittens / cats bring in. This is the semi-famous cicada rescue tree, which has got a lot of scratchings here from possums and things. And to prove my point about this cicada not having any legs, it's not going to do it. And cicadas normally have claws on the end of their legs. They're quite strong claws, and they're very good at getting into bark. And without those claws, as you can see, the cicada will just fall away. And once the cicada's on the ground, ants and whatnot will see it's a completely grand meal. I mean, to an ant colony, that would be like a giant lump of gold. Teddy might show us his prowess in climbing trees here. There you go. There you go. He learnt that. He learnt that from his mum. It was a very funny day. The mum teaching the kittens how to do things like that, but unfortunately, mum passed away. I'll do a little insert piece here to show you the day when Little Cat, who was the mum to 4 kittens, and we've kept 2 of them, was teaching the kittens about climbing trees, and the kittens were about 6 weeks old. It was their first adventures in the backyard, so there was a lot of things to discover and places to be naughty. And Little Cat, who was the queen cat, climbed up the tree and was showing the kittens the prowess of her being up in the tree, being confident up in the tree, going out on branches and doing what cats do up trees. And it's amazing how much the mum cat teaches the kittens. There's a lot of how to be a cat is displayed by Little Cat to her kittens going on. But when it came to coming down out of the tree, that's where things started to get a little bit ugly, and maybe it wasn't the best lesson for the kittens to see, as mum struggled and looked fairly ugly trying to come down from the tree. It was actually quite a funny event to witness all that unfolding. I am piecing together a story about Little Cat because I did see her with the tomcat. I know who the father of the kittens is. And Little Cat legally was a stray cat. She had no microchip. There was laws brought into Australia in 2019 that cats needed to be microchipped if they had an owner, and she decided to have her litter of kittens in our house. And unfortunately, Little Cat was a very troubled cat. It was like she was part feral. She would definitely not sit on your lap. She was a very temperamental cat, and I had a saying that Little Cat was like a tornado wrapped up in fur. It was never a boring day with Little Cat around. She had a massive personality. We only knew her for a very short time, but I tell you what, in that time, she left a big imprint on our family. They were so cute when they were kittens, and that small kitten phase doesn't last very long. They grow incredibly fast. Here's Teddy when he was a smaller kitten, very fluffy, cute little thing. And I should get back on track and find a home for the cicada that the older version of Teddy had decided to bring into the house. Let's sort that problem out now. Just next to the redback spider lure, without using the word trap, I can see a lot of ant activity on the ground down here. So maybe this is the nice place to land Mrs. Cicada. I just put Mrs. Cicada on the deck there, and I can see a lot of ants here. There's ant eggs being moved, so I dare say there's an ant nest in here somewhere. If I tilt this over, maybe we'll get a bit more of a picture of what's going on. Okay, I know where to put Mrs. Cicada. No, Teddy, N-O with a capital N and a big fat 0. The cicada here, my plan is to move the cicada over to here, and I'm pretty sure the ants will latch onto this really fast. In fact, look at this already. The ants are really, well, they know what's around, and this unfortunately is really the only thing I can do with this cicada. The only purpose of this cicada now is basically becoming ant food. And I think if I put the cicada over here, just very carefully picking it up, and if I put it in here, like so, the cicada will be eaten by the ants and hopefully not picked up by Teddy again. And it's going to be a fantastic thing for the ant colony. Teddy, N-O. Come on, you had enough fun. And really, you shouldn't be bringing the cicadas in, but he doesn't know. He's just a kitten who is still a few months away from being a proper cat. Come on, just leave that cicada alone. I know you want to play. I know it's a lot of fun. I know it's all new and exciting. Hey, but it's a bad look, really. Cicadas are not your food. I know they're just things to play with. That's the thing. That I notice the cats will just grab stuff for fun. It's just a fun thing. They're not eating things. They're being just naughty playthings. I'm not surprised it's taken very little time for the ants to really connect into the cicada, which is presenting as a fantastic meal for the ant colony. I know some people say, oh, this is cruel, blah, 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 but hey, this cicada was a goner by the time it connected with the bird. The birds missed out on the meal. The cats don't eat cicadas, they just play with them. But I think this is the most logical thing to do with this cicada to make purpose of its end of life, because when they're in this phase, that is the final stage of what would have been a 7-year life. I've done many videos about cicadas. We won't get too carried away with their life cycle. Next door neighbour's dog is also very curious about what I'm up to, as per usual. What I'm going to do to stop the kittens from trying to get the cicada again is I'm just going to put a brick in here very carefully, and that's going to cover up the cicada and let the ants do what the ants like to do. But I'm sure that putting that there is going to make the kittens inquisitive. There's Bubble there. She's decided to come and take a look at what's going on. Good girl, Bubble. Whoa! Obviously doesn't like the dog next door. So yeah, sadly, rest in peace, Mrs. Cicada. It's one of the first cicadas that I've seen for the 2022/2023 Australian summer cicada season. I think in the part of town where I live, there's another 5 years to go before we have what I call a large cicada season. I have done lots of videos about cicadas in the past. I don't think I'll be doing too many more of them in the future, because what I find these days is they don't get any traction like they used to. You sort of ask yourself, why? Why is it so different now? Why?